Welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. We need to find a well in the ground somewhere. We can't really... we don't know where it's supposed to have been. It's covered over, so we can't easily see it. And it doesn't appear to be quite around here. But there is something in here that looks unsolved. There's a candle up here.
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
So it seems like maybe we should actually light this. Because there are candles here that are flaming. Seems to be a hint at that. Do we have anything... I mean, we could use this one to light it, probably. But we need something to put on it. Like this card, maybe. No, maybe that would burn too quickly anyway. We can burn this image. No. Maybe this. I mean, there's grease. That could probably work. Oh. Looks like it will. Put that on the end there, yeah. And then light it. Oh yeah. Now we can light the candle. Oh, it does it automatically, so that was easy. But it's still burning. Wait, what? It went out?
Hanging from the ceiling, it looked really...
What? Nothing happened. Oh.
The tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
So we now have a charred
tissue.
What? I don't get it.
Maybe not.
A charred tissue. Maybe we can put charred tissue on this. Again, and then light it. Maybe that will make it last longer. Okay, so now the candle is burning up. Oh. I think we need to close the window, actually. How do we close this window? Can we use it with the pole? Oh, nice. Okay. So now we put it back on there, and then we can light the candle. There we go. Push it out, put it in his pocket. Put it back. And the candle is now burning. Oh, so he waited there for a few hours. And a few more hours. Until something fell down on his head. No, in his hand, okay.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes.
Oh, that's fast.
Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
What do we need that key for? Maybe opening this grave here? No. Opening this statue here? Opening this checkerboard thing, chessboard? I guess not.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
I guess we can talk to the Countess about it. So maybe we can... Now maybe the groundskeeper has figured out where the well might be.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, The Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dowsing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Which one? What? Which one is hazel? Behind here? These here do not look
I went
like
over to
hazel.
find a suitable stick.
I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Of course not.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
I don't think so. That's not what a hazel tree usually looks like. Maybe the Countess has got a Y stick in the house for some reason. Or maybe here. Maybe this is... doesn't quite look like hazel
I
either.
went over to find a suitable stick.
Aha!
But maybe... Nice. Then we can try this. Go to the... Oops, I'm clicking outside. Go to the groundskeeper, and because he's probably the only one who can do it. Don't know how this would work, of course.
Hi, Lopez.
'Cause it wouldn't work
Got a
in
minute?
real life. But
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
maybe in
Well,
this
I
game.
got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Ah, sure you will. Is he actually holding the stick? Smaller stick than I thought it was. Let me guess, nothing will happen. What? Did it go into that bush? I'm still walking around, I see. He's probably
Senor
just making
Stobar.
fun of him.
You've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years.
Or maybe
Lost
something else.
from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
That's what I thought.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have
Oh,
to check with
sure.
an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again.
Ah.
Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Oh, into
The
a well?
splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It was open?
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Exactly. Seemed quite dangerous. That also seems quite dangerous. Oh. That's one deep well.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about
That's
this.
a lion.
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water.
Okay, so we can have a look at this lion. It says something about the lion. Those verses said something about it.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
You pull out one of the fangs.
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Jump around! Ow.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Signor Stopper! Signor Stopper! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
What's in here then?
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
It's a stone wall.
I wished that I had...
Pitted stone wall. Can I use this in the pitted stone wall? Maybe use this. This one. The key maybe fits in the pitted stone wall. No. Guess we'll have to go up and talk to the Countess again or something.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
It's really dark down there. Do you have a flashlight or something?
No. I broke my torch only last month.
Damn. It's so bright up here, but the light's just not getting into the corners.
See, the light, it goes in straight lines.
Huh. Indeed it does. If I could only put the mirror down there somewhere.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stopper.
Okay, let's try and go down there and try and set up the mirror somehow. I don't know how though. Is there a point where I could... Here? Use the mirror
I
here?
realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above.
Okay, now we can see something from over here at least.
There, in
What
the
was
middle
it?
of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Okay, so let's try and use this in the socket then, if we can find it when it's dark.
I slid the stone key into the lock. There were buttons that turned the dials.
Oh, great, another puzzle. What? Okay, so there are 3. What's this?
I must have made a mistake. The lock spun back to neutral and nearly took my fingers off. I was going to have to start from scratch again.
Okay, so it's some kind of code lock with 2 positions here. Is there a hint? Check the notes in your diary after you examine the tomb in the church. Oh, we have the notes from that. Here. Oh, those around in... Oh, I see. Numerals 14, 27 at the top. Okay, let's try that then. 14. Is there a 14 even? There is no 14. What? Maybe we have to use this one and 4. Because that makes 14. Like that.
I heard the sounds of the lock moving. Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
14. Okay. 14. So next it was 27 at the top. So 27. 1427. And then he said 6 and was that 81 to the left? But is it this one or is it, no, it can't be there, it must be up here as well. So what was it, 15? No, just 6. 6 and 81, I think it is. So only 6. That means this. And then 80. That's LXXX. That's 80. And then we have 1 on the other side here. You have to click a lot of times. One more time. There. Okay. Then we have 3 and 1. So we just go back to 0 here. 3 and 1. Let's just make sure there was 1. Yeah, it was. And then lastly we have 17, 11, 25. No, not 11, 12. 17, 12. Let's see if we can get 17. 7 was 7 is over there, so it's faster to go this way, I guess. 17. What was the next one? 12. 12. That's the whole way around. This is a one long code. 12. And the last one is 25. 20. 5.
Oh, yes! Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
And it opens. Oh, you can go through now. Maybe. There's a chess piece. And the chessboard.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
What? That was a fast...
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Oh, I see.
George, welcome back.
Come in, Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Is it? Why do you say
Sure.
that?
What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we have got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin
on.
phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was
Yeah.
describing the island of Britain.
We knew
Are
that.
you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well,
Chess
can't you
pieces?
guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes,
Oh.
a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Okay. So we're now on the train. We're going to Bannockburn and finding a church. And finally, Nico is with us. But we will do that next time. I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye!